Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man, let's talk about Canelo allegedly did 520,000 pay-per-view buys with Jaime Munguía. They said that, he did 650 with Charlo. I doubt that. I highly doubt 650 with Charlo. If I was a betting man, more like 350, 400. If I was a betting, it was nowhere near 650,000 pay-per-view buys. I promise you. But they say this one did 520. Being honest, probably really did about 350 or 400 at the best. But at the end of the day, a lot of people were saying they didn't like the fight, but we knew the fight wasn't for us; it was for Mexican Americans. So that fight wasn't for us, for Americans. That was for Mexicans and Mexican Americans. So it looked like it did pretty good at the gate. Just looking at, damn, can you make a left turn here? Well, I guess you can't. But yeah, I mean, shit don't surprise me none, bro, at all. It don't surprise me not none. So, but I know a lot of people screamed it. A lot of people had something against it. They wanted to see David Benavidez, so keep hitting him in the pocket. It ain't really about hitting him in the pockets per se right away. It's really about hitting the pay-per-view companies in the pockets. I mean, the promotional. So when Canelo comes out, I need 35 million. Well, your last one did 5. Your last one did 3. You ain't sold this much. So it don't make a bunch of sense to keep giving you this money if you ain't selling the pay-per-view. Stop buying this shit. And then the next time, when you stop buying it and start streaming it, the next thing you got to do is stop talking about it, stop Facebooking it, stop tweeting it, stop hashtagging it. That's the next thing you got to do. So, just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. So, like I said before, I wasn't really an advocate for the fight, but I understood why they did it. He really wanted to fight Berlanga. So maybe this will get their head out the gutter about the Berlanga fight. It might. Might not. But I think Munguía got 10, he got 35 million guaranteed, so who else doing 500,000 consistently? Munguía, he's a good ticket seller. But I think he had never been on pay-per-view. So you be having 2 guys on pay-per-view who never been on pay-per-view. I really be trying to understand what's the recipe, or what's their recipe for pay-per-views. That's what I really be trying to figure out. Like, what is their recipe? Y'all be putting guys on pay-per-view who ain't never been on pay-per-view in a fight that nobody's demanded. Y'all let the fighters, do what they want to do. And where's they got the company at? Fight who they want to fight. Where's they got the company? In fucking turmoil. Where's it got the sport? Less fans, less casual eyes. Instead of saying, let's go back and give the fighters, the fight fans, the fights that they want, and the casuals gonna come. Nope. And for a lot of these fights to happen amongst the casual fight fan, for the casual fan, for the fans in general, for a lot of these fights to happen, what gotta happen. Oh, catch weight, you gotta take less, you gotta demand a bunch of bullshit, because dudes don't want to fight each other. If you keep, supporting sucking shit, then nothing gonna change. Nobody had a question about the outcome who's gonna win versus Munguía Canelo. That should never be a pay-per-view fight. When we already know who's gonna win, it shouldn't be a pay-per-view fight. Real talk. It shouldn't be a pay-per-view fight. If it ain't at least 60-40, it shouldn't be on pay-per-view. Or a fight that's highly in demand, it shouldn't be on pay-per-view. Should be on pay-per-view. And that's the real fact of the matter of it. And they can lie about the numbers all they want to, but they can't lie with going in their pockets. They inflate these numbers to these sources. Oh, it did 520, it did 600. Man, bullshit. A lot of times, slice that shit in half, at best. At best. At best. I'm telling you. These dudes, man. These dudes be lying. Like buying and paying for that shit. And the next point is we gotta stop talking about it. Stop tweeting it. Stop hashtagging. Stop posting on Facebook about it. That's the next step. They can lie all they want about what numbers it did, but they can't lie about what's going in people's pockets. What money they bringing in. If we know the outcome, we don't need to see it. Not on pay-per-view. These pay-per-views be reserved for premium fights. That's not the case no more. They kissing Canelo ass, kissing these fighters' ass who asses don't deserve to be kissed. I don't know why I'm always getting there with a fucking truck in front of my house. That's my problem. They be kissing people's ass who asses don't need to be kissed. Real spill. Each his own. Each his own. But, you know, it was a solid fight. I heard the card was horrible. I didn't watch the card. They ain't had nothing on there I was interested in. They said the overall card was horrible. And was they going up against the UFC card too? So that played an impact. And Dana White trying to bully them off them dates. So if Canelo want to stay on them dates and not compete, he's going to start fighting people want to see. They say, oh, you don't want to fight Crawford, you don't want to fight Benavidez. Who the fuck do you want to fight? Berlanga? Like, bro, shouldn't have sold in the media go to that fight. You got to start holding the media responsible for this shit too. They so thirsty for shit. You know what I mean? Stop sending motherfuckers to this shit. If the media don't show up and nobody cover it, that's another aspect of it. Stop paying for it. Stop talking and streaming about it. And the media need to show the fuck. Stop watching. Stop showing up and covering it. They play a large portion in it. And when they have these super mega fights, a lot of the media they don't let them in. But when they have these fights that nobody want to go to, then they want to email. Oh, you want to come to this, man? Eat a dick. Real talk. Real talk. I don't know how they be vibing to this Indian music, dog. They be, and they be in there, you know what I'm saying? I see why white people ain't got no rhythm. Like, chorus, y'all all off beat, y'all music. Shit be fire, though. Other gym watching a white girl dance, this is my perfume. I said, boy, tell she ain't got no rhythm. Well, we see it. But yeah, that's the next step. Stop covering the bullshit. And you know, sometimes you gotta take 5 or 6 steps back to take 20 steps forward, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If that's what we gotta do, that's what we gotta do. Then they get the message, start making bigger and better fights. When they get the message about making bigger and better fights, then we in the game. All that money you lost for not going to a bullshit fight, you gonna triple and quadruple and quintuple that money. Easy. Easy. What? 520? I don't know what they needed to break even and what they needed to pay these people, but hope it took a loss. Hope it took a loss. And I hope Dana White keeps cyber and bullying dog off these dates. Keep bullying his ass off these dates. He don't deserve to be on them dates. If he ain't gonna give us the fights we want to see, fuck Canelo Alvarez. He fight Berlanga next, y'all go cover that. Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me a motherfucking thing. Don't tell me, oh man, nah, I don't want to hear it. Oh, this guy should fight that guy. And come on now, turn. How the face of boxing gonna be fighting the basement of boxing in Berlanga? That's wild. That's nasty. Ain't nobody asked for that fucking fight. Nobody. A lot of y'all gonna justify it, but then shit on real fights that people actually want to see. And they be talking about when black people be sticking together on YouTube, the few ones that do stick together, they cry tribalism and shit. I wish black people had more tribalism. We might get somewhere. Real spill. We might get somewhere. We might just get somewhere. But y'all be, what did you wait in the park for, bruh? Dude. That's crazy. He just sitting there waiting in the park. You can tell that little kid to move that car out the way if he wanted to park that close. But yeah, wish we have some more of that shit. Yeah, they be doing the same thing for Canelo. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live with our video. Hit the link tree, check out the Patreon. I did a Munguía Canelo breakdown on there, of actual breakdown of the fight, what Munguía did wrong, right. Same thing for Canelo. Check that out. Free for 7 days on the Patreon. This is the last week. Check me out on X, Instagram, Spotify, Kick, Apple Podcasts, all that. Just hit the link tree in the description. Peace.